Hi guys, Chosen Reactions, and this video going to react to episode 8 of season 1 of Babylon 5. Thank you so much for sponsoring another episode, Tony. Let's get into it. Do we yet again have another shady person on board? Or two?
Benson, Dex wants his money.
It's coming. I'll have the credits for him first thing tomorrow.
You said that yesterday.
It's not my fault.
Neither is this.
Boom!
24 hours.
Are people walking past? Just
Then
ignore
we
them?
find you again. Then we cut your head off.
Then again, I wouldn't want to get in the middle of that.
I've identified the target.
The target. Oh no, 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 no! What the fuck,
When do
no?
we take him out?
Never?
Soon.
He can take care of himself, but otherwise, I really don't think the Minbar will agree with this. More specifically, the Lin.
If you were to get into debt with the wrong people, you'd become a security risk. You could be compromised, blackmailed.
Yes, sir.
If you are in debt to these people, Mr. Benson, we will find out.
I'll be more scared of
I'm
Sinclair.
giving you one last chance. If you have anything to tell us, I suggest you do so. I'm taking you off active duty pending the outcome of the investigation. Everyone lies, Michael. The innocent lie because they don't want to be blamed for something they didn't do. And the guilty lie because they don't have any other choice.
Why are there so many great lines all the time?
What about the power source? I couldn't bring it with me into the station. An energy pod would have never gotten past the scanners, so I improvised.
Those of us in xenobiology were told to hand over our notes on your people to be used in genetic and biological warfare.
And did you?
I took an oath that all life is sacred. I destroyed my notes rather than have them used for killing.
Thank you.
What did you do during the war?
A topic for another time.
Don't want to address the hole in Sinclair's mind.
I think we're ready to proceed.
To do what exactly? The fuck?
Alpha 7, Alpha Leader, I'm hit.
Pull out! Pull out! Alpha 7!
I'm on him. Targeting fighter.
No! Mitchell, stay in formation. It might be a... Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a trap! Mitchell!
Do they want to get that information that he doesn't have himself? Is that what the chair is for?
Earth Central, this is Babylon 5. Earth Central, please respond.
Are you... What? Are you already in the chair or something? I can only think that he's already in the chair and they're doing some kind of weird-ass mind game with him. How else would it be so
Hell is
empty?
around here. Maybe you're asleep.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you're insane. Maybe you're dead. Maybe you're in hell. Because wherever you are, wherever you go, you're mine.
Jesus! This is fine. Very disturbing how the lights dimmed one for one.
Commander, this is Garibaldi.
We have to hurry up and find him real quick.
Excuse me, I'll have to get back to you later.
What is real, Commander?
Oh no.
This.
Commander, there you are. I've been looking all over the place for you.
Garibaldi?
No!
That's not what I want to
No
see.
need for alarm. As you said, a simulation.
I don't
only.
get simulation. I don't need to see that, and he neither.
But I'm real, Commander. And you're real. And the pain for you is also real.
Commander,
So the creep is in the chair to enhance his abilities.
you might also want to send a couple of maintenance bots outside the station on close proximity scan. Go over every inch of the hull.
What should they look for?
A body. If someone shoved it outside, the station's gravity won't let it get far. Just in case.
Mr. Garibaldi, there are days I'm very glad I don't have to think the way you do.
We fought for you. We fought beside you on the line. We swore we would all go down together.
You broke.
You're alive. And we're dead.
You broke formation.
Because of
And
you.
even then.
It's not true. I tried to warn you, but you wouldn't listen. You never listen.
You don't want to remember the 24 hours in which you betrayed your own race. The day you became a traitor. The day you sold out.
Well, well. Looks like the pain is real for both of us.
No, we're close. I can feel it. The more I walk through his mind, the more I'm convinced he's hiding something. But we have to accelerate the program. Break his grip on reality. Blur the lines.
I can increase the dosage of Metazine another 10%, but he might start hallucinating.
Do it. Then bring up the cyber field 30% and put me back inside.
It could shatter his mind or kill him.
Then he dies.
See for yourself, he's got 5,000 credits in his account.
Now, yeah, but this wasn't here 24 hours ago. And check this list of payments. There's $5 grand left in his account after he paid off lots of debts. Original deposit was 15,000. Where's a grunt like Benson get 15 grand?
Let's ask him.
The
before he
deposit
gets
fit his account
killed.
at 0300 hours. And 4 hours later at 0700, the commander went missing.
Increase cyber field 30%.
Are you? Is it the Great Council or just who the hell are you?
What do you want? 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 What do you want?
What the?
You've got to help me. What have you got going on in here
Well,
anyway?
you're gonna die. Ooh, Jesus Christ, that visual.
Terminate. You saw something, didn't you? Just before you blacked out. I almost saw it with you. Gray figures.
As in the Great Council?
What does this mean?
Now that you should know
When
that.
did this happen? Why risk their lives in a frontal attack when they could attack us from within? But they needed a fifth column. People like you. Look at us, Commander. What they couldn't take by force, they're corrupting, inch by inch.
What does that have to do with me?
They took you aboard their ship, fixed you some milk and cookies, and asked you to work for them. Be their eyes, their ears, their voice.
You talk about the war. You talk about Mitchell and the rest, but you didn't know them. They were my friends. I watched them die, one by one. For years afterwards, whenever I saw them in Barre, I had to fight the urge to strangle them with my bare hands. All I could see was Mitchell and the rest. Dying.
And in 10 years, nothing's ever made you doubt your story that you blacked out. Is that it?
No. Except what?
There is a hole in your mind.
Don't you want to know?
Not like this, you piece of shit.
Oh my God.
It's a trap, Mitchell!
I've got a clear shot. I can take him. I can take him.
Break off! I'm hit!
Ejecting.
Why are you doing this?
I'm so confused. We're actually getting some answers already? I don't know. Is he going to remember Dolindo? But I don't think she would have showed her face.
I know you.
Wait.
I know who you are. I know you.
Are you? Did you see the Lynn there? It's been building up. It's been building up. He's done with your shit. Oh. Oh.
Commander.
Don't do anything you're gonna regret. Don't do anything you're... Oh my god, thank god I didn't hit her.
Security to CNC. I found the commander. I'm following him.
Oh no, no, oh no. Really bad time for a confrontation. Oh shit. Hey! Oh!
Commander,
Hey!
Hell?
In his present state, he may even be considered dangerous.
Yeah, thanks. I kind of got that impression.
He's always dangerous, but now to the wrong people.
Ambassador Delenn. Your friend.
No.
What's happening in the background?
Oh, no.
The background. Yeah.
I know.
Don't get shot. No one gets shot. Oh, thank God. Then it starts. You're gonna fess up. What the hell? What is he a part of?
They want him back on Earth for trial.
Why there instead of here?
They say he's part of an organization back home that's trying to prove collusion between Earth officials and the Minbari. There's even a rumor it's a covert operation run from somewhere inside the government.
Of
Well, I
course
don't
it
know what
is.
they're going to get out of him. When you broke out of the cybernet, you set up a neural feedback charge that fried most of his memory.
It's no use, Commander. We've tried. He's gone. Move him out.
It would have been really savage if he would have said something like, "I don't
Commander.
believe you" to him.
Commander Sinclair.
There's what?
There's something in my head. Maybe we're both still inside.
Don't scare me like that. No, they're not both inside. Can you not, please? That's it.
Commander, out of curiosity, do you remember anything from your experience?
No. Sorry. Not a thing.
Here we go with the lies.
He must never know what happened. If he should find out, he must be killed. Do you understand, Delenn?
Yes.
You wouldn't kill him. You wouldn't.
The Grey Council.
It was.
Maybe.
It has to be.
Maybe. Before they surrendered, they must have blanked my memory. And let me go.
But did they only blank your memory, or did they also do something to you?
What is it they don't want me to remember? I have to find out.
But then they want to kill you. Whew. Alright, this was episode 8 of season 1 of Babylon 5, and I thought it was a very good episode. Like I said, I'm surprised that we actually, got some answers, but more importantly, Sinclair actually remembers. Because one thing that we as viewers will get answers is another thing that also Sinclair would have those answers. Because I fully expected that, that he wouldn't remember a thing, and I would just sit there like, damn. But on the other hand, I'm also a little bit worried now that he knows, because he definitely wants to find out more. And Minbari, or well, the Grey Council, made it very clear that if he is trying to find out or figure out what exactly happened, if he gets even more information, then they will have to kill him. So in short, this episode, I would say, is basically a corruption and lies episode. There was corruption going on different layers and also being explored. I mean, we're literally starting off with this security guy who has been gambling, not just too much, but also off the record. And therefore, he's in trouble because he, I guess, lended money or still owns money because of the gambling that went wrong. And they made it very clear to him that if he doesn't pay in time, they're going to cut off his head. And because of that, he is involved with shady business. He doesn't know what exactly, but he gives them the tools. I think it was some kind of plasma thing, energy plasma thing, energy pod, which what we later found out is what they needed to do the whole cybernet thing. And that's exactly what Garibaldi and Sinclair were already worried about, because they confronted the security guy, they knew something was up, they didn't quite trust him, and they decided to make him not inactive, because they knew hey, if he is indeed corrupted, if there is a risk, that's a big security risk, and that has its consequences. But I don't think Sinclair counted on, him being the consequence. Because he was the target for this cybernet thingy. These guys, and we didn't get his name, but these people, they wanted to know what happened to Sinclair. They wanted to know, like, okay, you're claiming that you don't remember like 24 hours. How can that be? We don't believe you. You have to tell us what happened. If you're not gonna tell us, well, we're gonna find it out ourselves. So he was part of this simulation, which was very scary build-up as well. It took me a while before I realized that he was already, whatever was going on is already happening. At first I just thought, well, they cut him off, I guess, from like security from his room. Maybe as soon as he's gonna step out of his room, they're gonna like snatch him. But then I was like, wait, where's everyone? I was more and more confused. And then we had the lighting, and then we saw like Garibaldi getting killed, and it was a lot. And I liked how those scenes were shot, and I always have a weak spot for whenever they work with like shadows on people, their faces. I don't know, a bit of a weak spot for that. But more importantly, once again, the acting was on point, especially by, I think his name is Michael O'Hara, I believe, the one who plays Sinclair. I've complimented his acting performances multiple times, but I have to say it again. There were multiple scenes where I was thinking, gosh, I wish he couldn't act that well, because then I wouldn't give a damn and it wouldn't be so hard to see. I didn't want to see him in pain, and I also didn't want him, like, I was kind of conflicted, because I didn't want him to relive his trauma, but I was also, like, of course, curious, like, hey, it would be nice to get more, another puzzle piece of what's going on here. But it definitely made it hard. I definitely felt guilty about wanting to know more. Because that's when I myself, like, hey, but we also don't want this mystery guy to know more. And the thing is, what I found very interesting is, he says, he was, I guess, very upset about the fact that he was convinced, like, hey, there is, like, aliens are corrupting the government, They're corrupting us from the inside. They're buying real estate, etc. He was, giving us a whole list. And the thing is, he is right, but this is definitely not the right way. And also, why focus on alien corruption? We also have a lot of, humans who are corrupt. Instead of, just generally focusing on corruption, of course, they're going to focus on the aliens. But that, yeah, I mean, in this case, indeed, they took Sinclair's memories. The Minbari took his memories. And I'm not even sure if they just took his memories. I'm not sure what kind of technology they all have. Did they just take his memories? Or did they also do something to his personality, to his mind? Or maybe that he would take certain decisions they normally wouldn't take? I don't know. I mean, so far we haven't really... I mean, I don't remember, at least. I don't remember characters telling him, like, hey, you seem, like, extremely different or something, or you're not really the person who I used to know, so maybe not, but I don't know. We're not sure. Like, how... Like, did they corrupt his mind, or just remove his memories? I'm a little bit scared for the answer on that. Not just for me, but also for Sinclair. But it was very hard to see... how this mystery organization was trying to get, I guess, to the root of, I guess, of the memory loss, to really see, like, okay, what went on there, especially when we had to see Sinclair losing, Mitchell, losing not just Mitchell, but basically losing everyone, and I didn't realize it at first, but then when I was rereading my notes during my little break, I looked at the title again, and The Sky Full of Stars, and I'm guessing the stars are the ships that were crashed, that exploded. I'm guessing that's what the title is referring to. That's quite morbid. But it was very hard, he wanted to make sure that they would not just, win the war. But of course, he also didn't want his men to die. And like he explained to the interrogator, he said it to him, like, you weren't there. It was the end of the human race. And I do think they did a great job at showing us that distress, at showing us that despair. I believe that moment. Of course, I know the special effects, I guess, are outdated, but they didn't take me out of that moment. And I also want to compliment the music in that scene. I wanted to say something during it, but I don't know, it didn't feel appropriate, especially not with seeing all the pain that Sinclair was going through. And I definitely also thought it was very powerful when he was looking around, seeing everyone being killed off, etc. And he was like, if I'm going down, you're going down with me. And he was planning on taking the Minbari ship with him. But before he could do that, they were well prepared. They just took him very gently into the ship. Then they tortured him and stuff. And then, I don't know, he unmasked took the hood off of one of them. And it was, the Lin. But we still don't know, like, okay, they were torturing him. And then they were... I don't know. We still don't know. I'm trying to think what exactly they've done. Other than, like, did they alter his personality? I'm not sure. Why him? Did it have to be specifically him? I mean, it was a trap. I do think... I don't know. I do think he was targeted. So we did get some answers, but there's still some questions left. So that's why, again, as a viewer, I'm happy that he does remember, a bit of it. The things that he experienced in the cybernet simulation thing that he saw there, he still remembers that. And the Lin asked him that, but he lied. Which ties nicely back into the beginning of the episode. He said that he doesn't, but he does. How long is he going to be able to hide that? We'll see. I was worried that he would shoot the Lin. I feel very conflicted about the Lin now because, I think it's clear that I like this character. I didn't want her to get killed. Not just like, oh no, she can't die because then I get no answers, but because I do like her as a character. But then again, I'm like, you were part of torturing him. And whatever the heck is going on, you're gaslighting him. Like, what is this? But she's definitely conflicted about, I don't know how this started exactly, but she's definitely feeling conflicted about it now. And she definitely was having second thoughts or, grappling with the fact that this, I guess, another member of the Great Council, or, I mean, he did have this symbol again, so I'm guessing he's in a higher ranking than she is. Did make it very clear if he is he must never find out, otherwise he needs to be killed. And she was definitely not like, oh yeah, you're right. I don't think she would do that. But yeah, I'm definitely conflicted about her. But I need more answers though. I need way more answers. Also, what the heck was that very scary moment when, Sinclair wanted to confront the guy who tortured him, which I understand. I mean, Sinclair could have ended up like him, with the fried brains. And he didn't really get a lot out of him. He was just like, he could barely talk because he just simply doesn't remember anything. But then when they refer to Sinclair, as the commander, of course, then something in this mystery guy was like, wait, commander? And then he said this creepy sentence about, maybe we're both still inside. Like, what the? Maybe we're both still inside. I'm pretty sure that's a very important sentence, but I'm not exactly sure what exactly it means. I don't think he's referring to, maybe we're both still in this virtual simulation thingy. I think he's referring to something else. I'm just not quite sure what exactly it means. But anyways, he was probably part of this covert operation, probably part of, the government sending him there. So no, it doesn't surprise me that they want to take him back to Earth. But yeah. There's lots and lots of corruption, you know? Like, who knows? Maybe he really thought that he was fighting corruption, you know, about aliens corrupting the government. But what... But who says that wasn't a lie, you know? Maybe he thought that. Maybe he thought that was like the mission and reason. Who knows? What if... I don't know. I mean, the government has been very shady so far. It's definitely also corrupt as fuck. But at this point, I'm just wondering what isn't corrupt. I just pretty much assume like everything is corrupt. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, I just thought this was a very good episode. Like I said, I do think this is one of my favorite episodes so far. That's interesting because so far I really had a huge preference for episodes where there's a big focus on all the ambassadors and their interactions. That wasn't really the case here. This was very much Sinclair focused. But then again, you know, from the start I really liked Sinclair's character. I think he was like one of my first favorite characters, which he still is. I would say, you know, at this moment, if I would have to pick, it would be Sinclair and Londo. But this felt just very satisfying. This felt very satisfying to watch. And once again, I have to thank Tony for also sponsoring The Gathering. I do think that makes this episode even more powerful, that I got that as well for the build-up to this moment. Because that was a very, you know, this whole, you know, you have a hole in your mind in The Gathering moment scene. I remember that I was a little bit like, okay, what the fuck? That was a very scary moment, but really intriguing as well. And so it made this way more satisfying. Yeah. You know, again, I assumed that we would get an episode like this maybe around episode 15, 16. I didn't think now. So this is very exciting. This is exciting stuff. Yeah. Alright. Thanks so much. Why can I never do the outro anymore? Thank you so much for watching. And thank you once again, Tony, for sponsoring this episode. Bye.